YouTube, how the fuck you doing? Hey guys, Nadeshot. Today I'm bringing a brand new video on the map Express. This is going to be an assault rifle gameplay with the AN-94. This is a Champions Division Master League play match. That was a complete mouthful. I think this is like the 5th time I've tried the beginning of this commentary because I always screw it up. Let me try that again. Master Division Champions League play match Express Hardpoint. Alright, I think I got it. So as you guys can see, I am using the AN-94 with the graffiti camo. I have a smoke grenade on. I believe I'm also running primary gunfighter with a red dot, quick draw, and adjustable stock. And then I have the single cap 40 with dexterity or tac mask. I'm not exactly sure what my third perk is, but I know for a fact I have toughness. And what's the first perk that I use? Lightweight. That's what I'm using. So there are a lot of different variations that you can rock on assault rifle classes because people always ask me for the optimal class or what I use on my guns or what I'm using on my class. So let me give you guys kind of a rundown here. So if you're using an assault rifle, you're probably going to be playing a tiny bit slower than you usually would. For me, I am a very aggressive SMG player, but I like to take out the AN-94 so that I can control the pace of the game. Now, I play very aggressive, like I said, even when I'm using the assault rifle. So you'll see me pushing up quite a bit with my secondary, the Cap 40, which is basically a primary SMG, just with a little less ammo. You got to make sure that you hit your shots, and that goes for the B23R as well. If you guys want to rock out a secondary on your assault rifles, then you got to make sure that you're using the B23R or the Cap 40 because they absolutely destroy close range, medium range, and if you're really good aim, you got some good accuracy, you can even pull it off with the B23R, some long range shots. But for the most part, like I said, the Cap 40 or the B23R, maybe even the TAC 45 are the options that you want to go with. Now, if you're playing hardpoint, you can get very aggressive, then you might want to dual wield those with the akimbo, with the Cap 40s or the B23Rs. But like I said, that's really not too important. I'm just kind of want to focus on the assault rifle loadout besides the secondary. So there are a few assault rifles that you can go to. A lot of people in the competitive scene are using the FAL. You also see the red dot on that with adjustable stock and quick draw. For the most part, you want to run adjustable stock on every single assault rifle because when you are aiming down sight, your movement is very slow. So that's why you need that added boost of speed with the adjustable stock attachment. And then a red dot in most cases, and then quick draw if you need it. If you can play without it pretty well and efficiently, then that's fine too. But like I said, I use primary gunfighter whenever I use an assault rifle so that I can have 3 attachments and just roll through and play the best that I can. I'm a big fan of the AN-94. Like I said, there are a lot of different options. You can use the SCAR, which recently got patched and buffed, so it's a little better than it used to be. The M8, the FAL, and then the AN-94, of course, which I'm using. And they really are game changers because when you're playing a pro team or a good team in general in hardpoint, you want to make sure that you have control of the map. And for me, I feel like the AN-94 is perfect for every situation. It can get kills at short range, medium range, long range. And honestly, I love giving people examples. So let's say you're playing raid hardpoint. You just spawned in and you're spawning at garage and you want to push towards the first hardpoint, which is at ring. You jump out of the windows, get your spawn in red, and then right there you have an assault rifle where you can push into the hill, but you can still pick off kills from people pushing down in laundry into ring. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with raid completely, that analogy might be completely useless to you, but like I said, the main point that I'm trying to get across here is that assault rifles in this game are very good for every single situation. To be honest with you, I was more of an SMG guy when this game came out, but when they patched the MSMC and the PDW and nerfed them quite a bit in Title Update 8 for Black Ops 2, they got a little bit worse, and I just feel like an assault rifle really outclasses an SMG in almost every single situation because the secondaries in Black Ops 2 are so good. I don't think that would be the case if the secondaries weren't as good as they are, but the fact that you can have the Cap 40 or the B23R just really shows that, you know, you really don't need an SMG if you don't want to use it. I believe my team was running 4 assault rifles in our scrims last night, and for whatever reason, that must be the reason, we were doing extremely better. We played Complexity, and who else did we play the other day? What was the team? We played Complexity and another squad, but either way, we got absolutely destroyed by complexity. I think we ended up losing 9-2 map count and all hard points. And if you guys know, that's a serious problem, because if we're going to go to COD championships and basically lose every hard point, that means we'd have to win every single capture the flag and search and destroy to win a best of 5 series. So you guys know that's going to be an issue, and we really need to get down our hard point game. So we lost to complexity about 9-2, and then we went on today or yesterday and played Envious and Frico. We didn't drop a map versus Envious, and they're a very, very good hardpoint team. They beat Complexity 2-0 on main stage at MLG Dallas, and that's why that kind of gave us some hope. Sorry if you guys hear anything. Zoe, my dog, is laying on my lap right now sleeping. My girlfriend just left for PAX East, so the puppy's gonna be with me the whole weekend because she's an attention whore and she needs somebody to love on her at all times. I'm petting her as we speak. I would make her speak, but she would get really loud and worked up. Hold on, let's try it. Zoe! Okay, you guys heard her a little bit there. That was probably the most random thing I could have done in the commentary. What were we talking about? So we beat Envious every single map. Then we played Frico, and I believe we were about to win a map, but then I got lagged out. But I don't think we won a map. We might have won a map versus Frico. I'm not really sure, but either way, we were playing a lot better. We don't know what happened. We don't know what changed from the day before that when we were getting absolutely destroyed. But for whatever reason, we were winning maps, and that's a good sign. Maybe 4 ARs was the trick. Maybe we just needed more control. But individually, for me, I feel like this is my best Call of Duty. I'm playing better than I ever have, and it's very, very thought-provoking because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In Black Ops 1, I wasn't the best player in the world. I quit competitive for a while and focused on YouTube and sniping for montages and gameplays for Optic Nation to get my YouTube channel bigger, and then I went back into competitive. And Black Ops 1 definitely wasn't my game because the only primary weapon that was used was the FAMAS, and I really did not like that gun. I really didn't, because it just seemed like it had a very random recoil pattern. But now in this game, I just feel like all the time that I put into it, like my 10-hour, 12-hour live streams, have really paid off, because I've been grinding league play since as far back as I can remember it, and that's really paid off for me because I understand spawns almost down to any spawn. I could probably explain to you in any given situation where my players are positioned on the map and tell you where the other team is going to spawn. And that random dude in my pub just got this sickest quad. But going back to what I was saying, I just feel so confident in my game in Black Ops 2, and I feel like that's going to progress Optic Gaming to be a top team. As long as we perform at events, we'll be golden, because I'm very confident with how I've been playing and how I play in Black Ops 2. So that's always a good thing. I'm not sitting here gloating and trying to tell you guys and be pretentious about how good I am at this game. I feel more confident as an individual player for my team than I ever have in any Call of Duty in any competitive series. So that's definitely a good thing, and I hope you guys understand that. I'm just trying to convey the fact that I'm confident in this game, and I'm not gloating, and I'm not sitting here trying to be a dickhead. But like I said, those assault rifle classes, for anyone that wants to use them, I would suggest running Flak Jacket. Toughness is a must if you want to win gunfights, and then perk 3 is kind of up for grabs. You could honestly run Extreme Conditioning, Dexterity, or Tac Mask. To be honest with you, you probably don't need Extreme, but it's still a viable option. And like I said, if you're playing Hardpoint, Flak Jacket is definitely a must, but if you're playing Captive Flag, you want to run Lightweight. Second perk, unless you're running like an overkill shotgun, you don't need fast hands, but obviously if you're playing Search and Destroy, you're going to need some cold-blooded or something like that. And I'm just trying to help you guys out and give you the most optimal assault rifle class that I can think of. Like I said, M8, FAL, or the AN-94 will work. You're probably going to be able to run 3 perks. Perk 3, Perk 2, Perk 1 Greed probably isn't necessary because you're going to be using primary gunfighter, and you might be using a Kimbo secondary, something like that. So you just want to make sure you use your point slots wisely. Make sure you're doing the right thing. So I hope that helps you guys. I ended up dropping 60 kills, like I said. A little bit of a longer commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary itself. But I'm going to be live as soon as you finish watching this video at twitch.tv/Nadeshot or redbullusa.com/Nadeshot. I would love for you guys to come by, drop by, tune in, and check out the games. I'm going to be giving the strategy guides away on my vlogging channel. That link is going to be in the description below. If you watched my setup video, you saw that I was giving away the signed strategy guides. I'm going to be announcing the winners within this week on my vlogging channel. That's Nadeshot Vlogs. youtube.com/Nadeshot Vlogs. I'll have the link in the description below, and right here is the 60 bomb. I appreciate you dudes watching. Thank you guys so much, and come drop by the live stream. YouTube. We'll see you fudging later.